So you're an investor, you watch Mr. Zuckerberg. Did you come out liking the stock more or less at the end of it?
Probably a little bit more. I mean, it was a snooze fest. I mean, if I do the impression of what I was feeling, but I need a pillow. I mean, it really was a tough thing to watch. I was forced to. But that's okay. As an investor, that's about the best case scenario you're going to see out of a congressional testimony. He didn't make any big gaffes. You know, he's had interviews and press appearances in the past which have not gone particularly well. He's matured. He was well prepared. He answered the questions without, committing any real sins, and I think didn't put Facebook in a bad position when it comes to a potential FTC consent decree issue that may arise. So overall, I thought he did a pretty good job. But like he said in that little piece, regulation is coming, and that's going to be an issue for the company.
Well, let's talk about that and what that could do to the company, because some people think that not just Facebook, but the other social media companies have really been enjoying almost an arbitrage on regulation because the regulators behind them. Let's talk about what might be coming down the pike, and let's put up actually some bullet points about what a summary of the European approach is, because a lot of the questions to Mark Zuckerberg is, what about those kind of regulations? This is sort of a summary of what it is, where really you have an opt-in, opt-out about the data collection, and it's even Steven. You know, it's really, you can do it either way very easily. A right to refuse the use of their data in marketing, a right to retrieve and sell your own data. And really that fine could be 4% of revenue, that is, which is a big number. Are we headed, do you think, in that sort of direction in Washington?
I think we're going to head somewhat in that direction. I don't think we're going to see, they're ahead of the game with privacy regulations, and I think they're going to remain ahead of the game. But we are going to see what I've been calling GDPR light. I mean, we're going to see some of those regulations come into effect, I think. And, you know, I don't think he really has the startup interest in mind, but yesterday he talked about, well, regulation could actually, if you don't craft it in the right way, could be good for us because we're the dominant player. We can afford to hire a protection officer. We can afford to do some of these things you're requiring, and we'll still have a lot of data. If a startup company is now trying to get in the game, it's going to be much tougher for them to get the kind of position that Facebook has gotten.